I like you, I do. I wanna be a friend, go shopping in the Benz. I like you, I do. I hit you in the leg, can you fit me in your plans? I like you, I do. We went up better friends and we woke up in Japan. I like you, I do. Oh girl, I know you only like it fancy, so I pull up in that Maybach candy. Yeah, your boyfriend will never understand me, cause I'm about to pull this girl like a hand. Let's take a little dip, little lady. Hit PCH for me. Yeah, I've been thinking lately that I need some hugs.
Hey Rollettes and Rollers, it's me, your girl Anita, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a little chit chat, a little talking, a little catching up with one another. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to talk about a few topics. We're going to talk about life, aging, being empty nesters, and YouTube. So if you're interested in hearing about any of those topics, then just keep on watching. All right, you guys, so the first topic that we're going to talk about, because, well, first of all, let me say I hope you all are doing well, and I hope you all are having a great day. So the first thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about life, because what? Life is good, life is great, and I'm so thankful that if you're watching this, that you're here to watch it, and that I'm here to be chit-chatting with y'all. So the only thing about life though, y'all, it goes by super duper fast. You know how when you're little and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to grow up, I can't wait to be on my own, I can't wait to move out of my parents' house, and this and this and this and that, and then you get into the real world and then you start adulting and you realize like this some ish, like this is, well, I've been doing a long time, so it's not that big of a deal, but you know, just watching my kids, I mean, my son, he's good to go. He's grown, he's on his own, he's totally independent, but just watching Kayla, like she just graduated college last May, and then just watching her little struggles to get her foot like really planted in the industry is just something else. But it's all coming together. But like I tell my kids, you know, you gotta stop watching social media and thinking everything's supposed to be instant gratification, because life doesn't work that way. Life is about a journey. And I'm like, if you get everything when you're 21, 22, like what do you have to look for the rest of your life? That's the thing, you know, you set these goals and then you work towards those goals, and once you reach them, then that's the great thing. So just enjoy the journey of getting there, because when you really work to get somewhere, then you appreciate it that much more. So I mean, my son sees that now because he's doing really well in his career, and he's 29 now. Can y'all believe that? We have a 29-year-old. He just turned 29 last month, and then Kayla's gonna be 23 this year, and it's like, damn, I remember when they were babies grabbing at my knee to pick them up. Oh my god. And plus I had so much fun with my kids, so I do miss them being little. But yeah, and then another thing, y'all, it's watching your parents age. Because your parents are aging, but then you're also aging, and aging is a blessing. I know a lot of people try to fight aging, but aging really is a blessing, because you know the number one thing about like aging, I know, like for me, I thought like my 40s was my best years. Like when I turned 40, I was like, yeah, this is it. Like I felt like I really started like, I really knew who I was at 40, but now at 52, can you believe I'm 52? Like when I started YouTube, I was 45. I started YouTube in September of 2016, I'll never forget, and now I'm like 45. Like where did that time go? It's like, damn, that went by quick. But yeah, so y'all have pretty much watched, y'all have been watching me for a long time. When I started, Kayla was a sophomore in high school. She had just started her sophomore year of high school, and then my son was in college then, and now, you know, he's been done with college for several years, and now Kayla's done with college, and that time has just gone by so fast. But I will say, Lonnie and I are out here like living our best empty nester life. But anyway, yeah, so then, you know, another thing is like watching like your parents age and watching them get older and watching them have struggles and stuff. That's hard to watch. Yes, it's a blessing, but then it's also very hard. You know, it's a blessing that they're still here, but it's hard to watch them go through their struggles and stuff. Because like with my mother, like I said last year, it was like, wow. Like Lonnie and I had a whole bunch of plans for the second half of last year, but those things had to put on pause because of my mother getting sick and everything, and I just couldn't see traveling and doing all these things we wanted to do while she was like in and out of the hospital and back and forth to rehab, and was away from her home for 4.5 months. Thank God she's back home now and she's living independently again, and she's back to her spunky self and everything. So that's great. But yeah, it was a struggle. And then let me tell you, when your parents are not in their best light and you're trying to help them and stuff, and how they talk to you and treat you, boy, it's a lot. It is a lot. You gotta have some thick skin, because if you don't, Like, your feelings will be hurt all the time, because I'm not even gonna lie, and I know my mother's watching this, but yes, Mama, I told you this already. Like, she was hurting my feelings, y'all. She was talking to me all types of crazy, you know, and I was having to bite my tongue because I had to remember that was my mama. But yeah, it was rough, but we got through it, and she's doing better. But yeah, you're doing a lot. You're going up there, you're advocating for your parent, you're fighting for your parent, and then when your parent talks to you crazy, or you drive 2 hours to go see them, and like they don't acknowledge that you're there and don't want to talk to you and stuff, it can be hurtful. I was on an emotional roller coaster, but you know, I stuck it out, and luckily I had my husband and my kids and stuff to be supportive. My brother was supportive, you know, because my brother and I were doing this together. Because let me tell you about something. Even though my mother was in a rehabilitation center, it was a nursing home and rehabilitation center, she was there for rehab, but there was also nursing patients. And let me tell you, those places don't decipher one for the other. They treat them all the same. Those places are horrible. I wouldn't recommend it. I just pray to God I never have to go somewhere like that. And if I do, I pray that I have somebody advocating for me. Because those places, I hate to say it, but they are sad. Going in there is sad. I mean, my mother had plenty of family. My mother had family. She had plenty of friends coming and checking on her every day. But if you don't have anybody coming to check on you or coming to see about you, it's just very, very sad. So hopefully none of us will have to be in that situation one day. But yeah, I was so glad when she was able to, when I was able to roll up and pick her up and take her home for good, because it was rough. Every day I was going up there, I felt like I had to go up in there ready for battle. Because first of all, them folks talk to you crazy, and then you're like, hold on a minute. But that's a whole nother story. But she's good now. She's well now. She's back home now, and she's self-sufficient again, so that's great. And then what else did I want to talk about? Yeah, but that whole process was a struggle. So I'm just saying, if your parents are going through anything, if they're sick, and I don't know what your relationships may be like with them, if it's good, that's great. Make sure you're there for them to be supportive. And if not, maybe this is the time you can work on mending those relationships. Because when I look at things, because like I said, my mother would be pissing me off. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, she'd be hurting my feelings and pissing me off, and it was making me mad. But I always look from the perspective of that, you know, I believe in treating people how I want to be treated. And like I would be telling my mother, like, I'm just here trying to help. I'm trying to make things easy for you. And she'd be telling me stuff like, you're not trying to help me, and stuff like that. And those things were very hurtful, because I was doing a lot, and I just felt like nothing I was doing was good enough. And it was, and not even just that, just her being sick and everything was putting a lot of stress on me. You know, I have a husband, I have a job, I have a lot of responsibilities here and stuff. And you know, when you're in a way, and I'm not saying I may not be that way one day, but I know I did tell my kids, I said, if I get older and I'm ever in a situation like that, and I'm talking to you crazy, because I never talk to my kids crazy, I said, just know that, you know, I don't take it personal. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. Just know I'm not doing well, and there's a reason for it. I said, so I'm just letting you know now. But it was a lot. But anyway, so another thing is, I just want to say, you know, just aging, it's definitely a blessing. Like, some people try to fight it, but you know, I embrace it, because aging means like, okay, yes, I'm aging, but I'm here. So, you know, I'm still here. I still get to see another day on God's beautiful planet. I still get to look and see the sunset. Like, today is such a beautiful sunny day. I still get to spend time with the people that I love, that I care about. I still get to go with my husband and do great experiences. I still have my baby Coco. So, I mean, it is a blessing, you know. The only thing that I don't like, though, menopause, they can keep that. So women my age, you may be going through this. Menopause is just like one of the worst parts. Like, I hate it. I hate it worse than childbirth, because there's a lot that they don't tell you about it. Like, you think you're just going to be having like hot flashes and night sweats, but it's so much more than that. I mean, the brain fog, the weight gain, the joint pain, the not being able to sleep at night. I mean, it's getting a little better with me, because I've started to change my diet a lot, because I noticed like certain foods, especially like sugar and stuff, really triggers a lot of stuff, but like the joint pain and everything. So I've been working out every day. If I'm not downstairs at the gym here, I'm at the gym. Like I've been doing a lot of stuff to try to like build muscle, to get my to get rid of this insulin resistance, because I don't know if you women have heard of it, but menopause belly is a thing. It is like one day you have a shape and the next day you're looking like SpongeBob. You're like, what? Like what's going on here? I wasn't looking like that a month ago. Like what's going on? Yes, I like to eat, but you know, I've always done some type of exercise, but now it's like the weight would come on, and even though no matter how much I worked out, it would not come off. So this is a time in my life where I'm like really working on me, because it's just me and my husband, our dog. So I take a lot of time to focus on me and do what's well for me. And what else did I want to say? But yeah, so I swear, like, it seems like I was just 25 last week and here I am like 52. So I'm like, life just comes at you fast and just goes really, really fast. I know I'm probably all over the place, y'all. I gotta look at my notes just to make sure that I don't forget anything. And then another thing I want to talk about with aging is friendships. Like, you know, I've always known a lot of people, but I've always just had a few friends. Like I think I've mentioned this several times before. Like the friends that I have, I literally can count them on one hand. And the friends that I've had them for decades. And as you get older, you start to notice that your circle starts to shrink. Because for one, I'm not a needy person. I'm not needy with my husband. I'm not needy with my friends. I'm just not a needy person. And my friends know, like, the way that I be on the go and the way that I move and stuff, like you can't be you can't be real needy. Like I can't, like all that neediness, like I have friends, like I don't talk to them for months, but then when we talk, it's like we've lost no time at all. No time has passed. Those are the type of friendships that work best for me. Not that I don't love my friends, because I love my friends and I adore my friends and vice versa, but it's just like, especially now as you get older, like making new friendships, you're just like, you know how they say no new friends? It's just, especially these days, because it's like everybody is out for what can you do for me. It's just, I don't know, people, if you're watching this and you're around my age, then you know when we were coming up, making friends was simple, because we had to interact with people face to face. We had to communicate with people face to face. We had to go outside and play, like, because we didn't have phones to be on all day. We didn't have social media and that stuff to keep us occupied, to keep us from not knowing how to communicate with people. Because if you notice, a lot of young people don't know how to communicate with people face to face, because they only know how to communicate with people over text and stuff. See, me, like, my friends know, don't be texting me no long text, because I can tell you quicker than I can text you. I'll get on the phone and talk. I'm not going to sit there and be texting back and forth. I just don't like that. I'm not into that. And if, you know, I know the younger generation is into that, but I'm not. But it was just such a different, simpler time when we were coming up. And I just, I feel bad for a lot of these young kids now, because they just didn't get to experience that. And I'm thankful for growing up in the late 70s and the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s, because y'all know those times were lit. And those things will never be like that again. Everybody's just like, you know, I don't know. It's just some strange things in the air these days. But then another thing I want to talk about too is being empty nesters. Like I have to say, like at first, like I was really involved in my kids' lives. So Lonnie and I both were involved in our kids' lives. Me probably more so, because he worked a lot, so that it could afford me time to be more flexible with the jobs that I had, to be here a lot for our kids. Like they were in a lot of activities and stuff, so I was the one that did all that. I met them, you know, I volunteered at both their schools. I met their school buses when they came home and stuff. I had dinner ready for them. I took them to all their, you know, activities and things. We just did a lot of stuff together, especially in the summertime. My kids never wanted to go to camp. They always said because I had like a camp set up for them, so I always did stuff with them in the summer. And I actually, with them being grown, I'm glad that they're grown, but I actually miss those times. But it's so sweet, because my son always says, when I get married and have kids, rather than putting my kids in daycare, I'll pay you to keep them, because you did such a good job with us that I would rather you keep them. And that just melts my heart, and that just means the world to me, because if I do have grandkids, when I do one day have grandkids, I mean, I want to be a big active part of their lives. Lonnie and I both want to be very involved in their lives. So that made me feel good. But yeah, but I do being empty nesters, like at first, it was hard because it was like, it wasn't hard in the sense like my kids are gone, now I'm here with this man, you know, because a lot of relationships, a lot of marriages break up when the kids leave home. But luckily, me and my husband have always had a good relationship. Like we were doing stuff together even when the kids were here. So that didn't change much. It was just like, oh, the kids are gone, you know, they kept me busy. They kept me like on the move 24/7. The only thing I didn't like about when my kids were younger is because a lot of times, you know, you have to interact with people or become friends with people that you necessarily wouldn't be friends with if it wasn't for your kids. So, you know, you suck it up for your kids. So I did a lot of that, especially because my daughter was in dance and when my son was in sports and stuff. So I became friends with a lot of people that probably like I would have been friends with them if our kids weren't friends. But, you know, I wanted to know, you know, the people and the people's families who my kids were hanging around. That was very important to me. So, you know, you suck it up and you take one for the team, because when it came to my kids, like I wasn't playing around with that. So, but yeah, with them being gone at first, it was rough. That's one of the reasons I got xoxo. But yeah, but now, girl, I'm like, this is the life. Like Lonnie and I, we have so much fun. And it's so funny now because it seems like, the last year or so, now we've actually been home. Because, you know, like when you probably first started watching my YouTube, Rollin with Anita, I was always out in the streets, always doing something, always working on a project. But now that our house is pretty much done, like we are home. Like if we're not traveling, we're usually home, like enjoying the house, cooking at home, downstairs watching movies, I mean, or whatever. Like we really enjoy the house now. Oh, and that's another thing that I wanted to talk about before, well, we're still on the empty nester phase. I know y'all are like, girl, you all over the place, but I'm trying not to forget anything. But yeah, so yeah, but I do spend we do still spend a lot of time with our kids, because our son, he lives in Maryland. We see him a couple times a month, maybe like 2 or 3 times a month. And then Kayla, we don't get to see her as often because she's always working. Like she's in New York, she's in that hustle mode, so she don't get a lot of flexibility with her time right now. Hopefully that's going to be changing soon, but so we don't get to see her as much. But that's okay. We still talk all the time. We're a very close-knit family. That's one thing that we are. We're a close-knit family, and I love that about us. But yeah, yeah, so Lonnie and I, we enjoy, like, we're enjoying, like, just going and traveling and, you know, going and experiencing different things, because, you know, we got married really young. I was 20, he was 22. I met him when I was 18, a month before my 19th birthday, and he was 20, a month before his 21st birthday. And it's funny because when we were young, when we first got married, we used to always say, you know, we had our list of plans. Like we knew, we were always on the same page with what we wanted out of life, and we always used to say, like, one day we'll be able to do this, or one day we'll be able to do that. And just checking those things off, and now being it, because I didn't take my first real vacation until I was 28 years old. Like when I was a kid, like vacation was packing up and going to your grandma's house and hanging out with your cousins and stuff, or going to your aunt and uncle's house. Like that was vacation for us. Like we never like went like anywhere. Yeah, we never went anywhere. Like my parents shipped us off for the summers to our grandparents' house. And I remember I would call my dad like right after he dropped me off and got back home. I'd be like, Dad, can you please come get me? I'm ready to come home. But we'd have to stay there the whole summer. And I hated that. I hated being away from home, but that's how it was back then. But yeah, like our kids, we took them on vacations and stuff, but I didn't go on Lonnie and I didn't go on our real first vacation together until I was 28 and he was 30. So we were late in the game, and then we started taking like our kids on vacations and stuff. So that was nice. But yeah, so we were late to the game, but that's okay. That's okay. But now we can, you know, go like we want, because we always prepare for that over the years. Like all these years we've been preparing for this phase of our lives, and it's just nice to finally, I mean, yeah, it's amazing that so many years have gone by, but it's nice to be at that point where we're like, you know, this is what we always said we were gonna do. We prepared for it, and now we're able to do it, and it's such a nice feeling, and it's nice to be with somebody, you know, working for the same things. And that's the one important thing about relationships too. You guys got to be on the same page and working towards the same goals, like especially when you first get together. That's the problem with a lot of relationships today. Most people have their own stuff, like the lady will have her own stuff, the man will have their own stuff. So it's kind of hard for them to build together. Like, we built from the ground up. Like, when we got our first place to live, we didn't even have a bed, nothing. We slept on a pallet on the floor. Like, everything we got, we built together. So nobody can ever say, this is mine, this is yours. No, everything that we have is ours. It's his, it's mine. My money is his money, and his money is my money. And you know, everything in here, we built it together. So nobody can ever, neither one of us can just take credit for anything, because we built it together. I mean, granted, he does a lot better financially than me, but like I said, we do everything together. Everything is together. So what I got, he got. What he got, I got. And that's just how it has always worked for us. So so yeah, but being an empty nester, it's pretty nice. Like I said, at first it was a little bit of adjustment, only because I miss my kids a lot and I was so used to them being around, and I'm like, you know, and doing for them, and you know, and I still did for them after they moved out, but now I'm like, okay, y'all grown now, like, you got that, like, you're an adult now, you can handle that. But yeah, so now I just do for my boo and my puppy. And the last thing I want to talk about, you guys, is I want to talk about YouTube, because you know, I know before I used to do a lot of home decor and all that stuff, but you know, like last year, before all of this, when we were doing these last final renovations and stuff, I was saying I was downsizing on my decor and stuff, because I told you guys, and I was just being honest, before I did YouTube, I wasn't decorating for all these different seasons and holidays and all that. Girl, I wasn't doing all that. I really wasn't. But then when I started doing YouTube, I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I started seeing like all this stuff piling up, and then every season you would feel pressure to like, okay, I can't do that this year because I did that last year, because people would be like, well, I want to see what you're gonna do this spring, and I want to see. And then it was like, wait a minute, like, I'm not going out here buying all this stuff just to be doing videos to show other people how you can decorate your homes or to do something different. So that's when I started saying, no, I'm gonna use the stuff I got. Like, I have not gone in any home decor store since we finished that bathroom and that bedroom. I haven't bought any new home decor because I'm happy with how things are. And I think with YouTube and Instagram and stuff, it's the trends constantly change with home decor. So if you stick with those trends and follow those trends, you will constantly be changing your stuff out, constantly be spending money on unnecessary stuff. And I'm just like, all this money, like when Lonnie and I cleaned out everything, and I was having yard sales and getting rid of all that stuff, and I was looking at all that stuff laying out there, and I was thinking about how much money had been spent. I was like, shoot, you know how many vacations we could have went on with all that stuff that we bought, and then we're getting rid of it. And that just did like a big mind shift for me. And I was like, I'm just not going to be doing that. Like, I just have no desire to do that anymore. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, I love our house, the way our house is now, and I absolutely love it. Yes, will there be like one or two things I may do, like the curtains in my dining room and my sitting room, I'm going to change them out and put these same curtains that I have in here in my family room, and same curtains that I have in this space, in those spaces, little things like that. But like changing out a whole bunch of stuff, I'm not doing all that. And then I was getting frustrated too, because after I did this family room makeover, and then we did our bathroom and bedroom makeover, then all these brands want to reach out to me to send me furniture and stuff. Like, I'm like, where were y'all when I was doing this stuff? And you know, we've invested our money, bought all these beautiful pieces and stuff. No, I'm not swapping out my furniture for what you want to send me for free, because like, we spent pretty pennies on this stuff. We spent our money on this stuff, and I'm not just gonna be getting rid of it for you to send me something. No. So that's not gonna work, because yeah, that's not gonna work. But the direction of the channel, y'all, like, we're still gonna do like a spring setup video, because we actually in October, because we didn't take a trip for our anniversary this year, we actually, I don't know if you guys remember, but I had mentioned to you guys that we wanted to get a patio built where our fire pit area was. So this past October, we had a nice patio built. So we'll be doing a video on that to show you how that all came about and how we decorate out there this year. And then yeah, we're gonna be traveling more. We're gonna be taking more trips and stuff. And I don't know. I don't know if I'll be posting videos every week. You guys can kind of let me know what you want, if you want me to do that or not, because all I do is work. This is what I do, y'all. I get up. I work from home. So I work from home. I get up. I work. well, I get up, I go to the gym, and then I come home and I do my work, I do what I have to do, and then I come home and fix dinner. But a lot of times I meal prep our food on Sundays for the week, so a lot of that's done. But I mean, as far as like, I don't want to just be turning on the camera and show you boring content, because I tell you now, I be watching some of these people's vlogs and I'd be like, okay, I can't watch that. Come on, let's get it moving and stuff. I know some people like that, but for me, I just can't see like me laying on this couch watching TV and just filming myself to have y'all watch me watch TV. Like, if I'm gonna put out content, I want it to tell a story. I want it to be entertaining, because like I said, I watch my own content, so if I'm not gonna sit and watch it, I don't expect y'all to sit and watch it. But the thing is, with my videos, I be like, oh, this video is good. So if don't nobody else watch it, but I don't care, because I like it and I'll watch it a million times because I like my content. But I'm just saying, I want to be intentional with the content that I post. With our videos, we just want to show you that, you know, it's okay. Like, marriage is not a bad thing, despite what social media tells you, because so much on social media will be like, don't get married, don't this, and the first thing they say is, because all they're gonna do is cheat and all they're gonna do is this. No, that's not it. Does that happen in relationships? Yes, but they always put so much on the men. Women cheat too. Look, I've worked in corporate America, and some of the things that I've seen in there, and I know some of y'all have seen it too, like, it's a mess from both ends of the spectrum. But more shockingly, from women's side, believe it or not. I'm not taking anybody's side, but I'm just saying, I think men really get a bad rap sometimes. Now, are some of them like can be the scum of the earth? Yes, but same way, it goes both ways. It's a two-way street. But like I said, marriage can be a beautiful thing if people want to work at it, but you can't come into a marriage and be selfish. It's not about selfishness. Like, you gotta compromise. Marriage is about compromise. It's learning to work with somebody. It's learning to build with somebody. That's what it's about. It's so cute because Kayla and her boyfriend, they met the second semester of their freshman year of college, and they're still together this day. Where their relationship is gonna go, I don't know. All I know is that he's a wonderful young man. They make a great couple, and I try to stay out of their business. We don't get involved in our kids' business. My son, he's dated a few girls, but they've been very needy and need a lot of validation and stuff, and that's kind of sad from their end. But like, I know my son wants to get married. My son is looking for a wife. He wants to have kids, and I pray that he finds the perfect woman for him one day. And I pray that when he finds her, she appreciates him, because he's gonna make some women an amazing husband and some kids great fathers. But yeah, like I told my daughter, I'm like, take your time, like, you're still young, and just enjoy each other. Right now, they're building, they're working together to reach their goals. If they get married, great. If they don't, if their relationship doesn't last, that's fine too. But you know, that's their thing. But I teach her. Luckily, she has me to help guide her. She has her dad to help guide her. So, and they both, you know, they listen to our advice and stuff so that they can have a happy and healthy relationship and not be out here being all toxic and all that crazy stuff. Because the one thing, like, I'll tell anybody, if you're in a relationship, keep people out your business. Stop running to the internet telling people your business about your relationship. Stop running to your family members telling them your business. Work it out amongst yourselves so that, you know, so y'all can work it out. You don't need to have a whole bunch of people in your relationship business. You want a happy, healthy relationship, period. Keep people out your business. That's all I can say. But I'm sure most of y'all know that, so, but I can't reiterate it enough. This is for the young people who may be watching my content, because there are some young viewers who watch my content. But yes, I love being married. I wouldn't change it for the world, and it's so amazing to really grow older with somebody. And I'm so thankful that I'm able to do that, because I was praying for my husband since I was like 14, 15, 16. I was praying to God for the type of man that I wanted to come into my life. Yes, as a child, not so much for a man, but because I never really dated like that in high school and everything, I always like knew that one day somebody would come, and I knew what I was looking for, and I knew the type of person that I would want, and God blessed me with him. So yes. Is our marriage perfect? No. So don't be on here thinking that we're perfect, because I tell y'all that all the time. Do we get on each other's nerves? Yes. Do we have fun together? Yes. Do we love each other to death? Yes. And like I said in that Nashville video, if you haven't watched my Nashville video, I will link it up above here. Go check it out. It's a really fun vlog. But like I told him in that video, I tell him all the time, I'm like, baby, you stuck with me because I'm not going nowhere, okay? I done put too much time in and too many years, so I'm not going nowhere, period, unless the Lord take me out. Boom. That's the attitude you have to have in marriage. And like I said, you know, like I said, when some people, I've said this before, I think when Lonnie and I had did our video together when we were talking about 30 years of marriage, because so many people look to their spouse to make them happy. I don't look to him to make me happy. He can add to my happiness, yes. He can take away from my happiness, but he is not responsible for me being happy. He's just not. And I'm not responsible for him being happy. I can add to his happiness or I can take away from his happiness. But I'm not going to put that pressure on him. He's not going to put that pressure on me. We are each... My battery's gonna stop. I think my battery's gonna stop. I think it cut out there, so I can't remember what I'm saying. But my battery's about to die and I charged it fully. But yeah, so the direction of the YouTube, you guys can comment and let me know what you want to see. If you like more of these chit chat type of videos, let me know and I can do more of that. If you guys want to do like a Q&A or ask relationship questions or relationship advice, because I feel like I've been married 32 years. I feel like I'm qualified to give marriage advice. So if anybody wants to write in and leave a, you know, if you guys want me to do like a segment where I, you know, give marriage advice or answer your like questions that you may have or help you deal with your relationship. I mean, I'm no counselor, but I'm a good listener. I feel like I give good advice, and I feel like, you know, like I said, I've been married 32 years, so I feel like I'm qualified to do that. So that's on you guys. Just comment down below and let me know what you want to see. But like I said, this channel won't be so much decor based anymore because, baby, we scaled down. And I'm not going out here spending money on a bunch of stuff that I really don't need and really don't use. There's only two of us in this house, 2 of us and a dog in this house. I don't need all that stuff. And I love the house the way that it is and the way that it has come along. But I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. So on that note, that's going to do it for this video, because like I said, my battery is dying and I know this video is probably all over the place, but I just wanted to sit down and chit chat with you guys because I love y'all and I've missed you guys sitting down one-on-one. But there will be more travel vlogs coming up, and there will be like I said, a spring outdoor video coming. And comment down below and let me know what you want to see. But on that note, guys, that's going to do it for this video. And I just want to say, if you're new to my channel, hey y'all, hey, I'm Anita. Welcome to my channel, welcome to the family. And to all my returning subscribers, you guys know how I feel about y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know y'all mean the world to me. And if you happen to be stopping by and you like what you see, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below and become part of the family. Also, don't forget to hit your notification bell so that you don't miss any videos that I upload. And another thing, guys, if you like the video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, because that does help me and that does help the channel. And lastly, if you're watching my videos and you are not subscribed, baby, what is you doing? Hit that subscribe button. It's free 99. It doesn't cost you a dime. And again, I would appreciate it so much. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. And as always, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thanks for rolling with your girl. I love y'all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.